53's Mike. I'm going to run you over.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Sims. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. To throw on third down. Sims. And Ingram holds it in.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, Sims. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second and 14. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Sims, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. To throw again, Sims, and he comes back with one complete.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, Slayton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch it.
From the gun, Sims. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So on fourth down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrich Rosas. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Now they try the right side here. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go.
Hey, Wahoo. Shoot.
On first down, Lawrence. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Complete. Smith has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
You got 3 down. Hey,
On first down, Whittington. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Strip that ball.
2nd and 6. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
That's it. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
You better bring it. You better bring it.
On 3rd and 2, Sims. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Sims. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Lawrence, flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence flushed out right. And this one complete to Smith. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Off play action. Lawrence. On the crossing route, complete. It's Brooks. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Got his his man there. It's Wallace complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Lawrence. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 19 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Sims. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give him another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready? Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Hey, we got 3 down.
Throwing on 1st down. Sims. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Back to the air on second down. Sims. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Sims. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Mike, 53.
2nd and 14. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, Sims. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. To throw on second down, Sims. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Bravo.
3 down, 3 down. Sevens and Mike. Mike 7. All day, just like that. Just like that. Mike 7.
The final shot before break. Lawrence. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
On first down, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff working right. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Finds the mic. I got you, pump. 25, check 25, check 25. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Watch that in, tight ends right.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. The open man is Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
And it's caught. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
I hope you brought your rush because I'm a shit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on? And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Looking to throw. Sims. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll try the counter with Dixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Check three.
And to give this time to the tailback.
I got you, boy.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He's going to air one out. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 48.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking to throw on second down. Sims. And his throw here's incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. A throw over the middle taken in. They convert on third with a gain of 22. On first and 10, Sims, Dixon, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. Now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Back to throw again. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 23-yard line.
Ready, break.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Orbit. Snap.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. He's able to find Wallace. He's at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hustle, hustle. Ready, ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
You ain't going nowhere.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
65, 65.
On first down, Lawrence dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another.
This is intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw. Rip right, rip right.
Throwing after the interception. Lawrence. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a second and long. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He won't get in, but they are.
Chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Trying to pound it into Dixon. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Flush to his right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. On 1st and 10, Lawrence forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brooks. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That second down play nets a -4. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Dixon. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Right back to Dixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 41's coming.
Back to throw. Sims. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And out of bounds. Where will they spot it? At the 35-yard line, so great field position coming up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Giants, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. right, Coach. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Break.
50, Mike, 50. Watch the run, watch the run. No. Off. Check it out.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On second down, it's Taylor, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Ready? Kill.
Now Taylor. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
And it's third down.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Hey. Take up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Sit up. Down.
On first down, Taylor takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Tie that left. Out. 3 down. Out. Hey, switch gears.
Pilot, 64, weak.
41's the mic. Watch the pass.
Clear.
Switch.
Shoot.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set 90 Wolf. General West.
Yo, 36. Check it back.
Get it.
On 2nd down now. It's Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
59. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
From the gun, Purdy. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Right.
Check 59, right?
Yeah.
59. What we got?
Go.
SOS.
Now.
SOS. Mike, check. 59. Ricky.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
On 3rd down, Taylor. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And this one is right through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me, partner.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Watson. And he will find his man on the outside.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Running right, here's Dillon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Double dog, that's the way.
On first and 10, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Throwing again is Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Switch.
On first down, Taylor. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Bound to lose 1. Alert 3.
22 jet bomber.
Check 3.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready up.
Front nine. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Shift.
Snap.
On second down, it's Taylor. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Ready.
Throwing on first down. Purdy going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Look at me. Zipper.
59 Mike.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On first down, Purdy. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, alert 3.
Topper.
2nd and 4. He finds Taylor, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's get up.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Get in the weight room.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. 2nd and long. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Purdy going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go! Let's go! Here we go! 15 line. 15 line. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win home.
Hey, 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 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Pick me up. Here we go.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Hey, hey, check, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh?
Tighten up.
Hey, go.
Throwing on first down. Purdy toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Landry the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
59 Mike, 59
Now.
Throwing again. Purdy to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's 3rd down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, boys, bring it up.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
55 to Mike. I'm here all day.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Got a man open. It's Ross. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Pickup of 18 yards brings up 2nd down at the 35-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches.
This is it. 19.
3 bucks.
Now Watson going to sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Yo, cheetah.
Here's Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Go on. Get it.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he coughed it up, and the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
6-6, pull it high.
On first down, Taylor, and he loses the football a second time. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
59 Mike, check.
To throw on second down, Purdy. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down, Steelers.
Let's go now.
This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
I'm coming after you. Watch safety creeping.
80 weapon.
Big ass.
Check 9.
Tighten up.
Deep river.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
218, chop.
You got tight right there. Check 59, go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Intended for Jarvis Landry. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Let's go, baby.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Watson now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Second down and inches. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, it's Taylor. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
Check back, check back. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Come on, QB.
Watson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Watson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Watson now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. To throw is Watson. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Watson to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
That's 61. Matchbox lights.
Watch twist.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Back to throw. Purdy got a man. It's right. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready, set.
Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Bravo.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, come on, no. Come on, no.
Snap.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Ready.
Smith trying to run for it, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Hey, Alpha.
59. You gonna get this, boy?
2nd and 5. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Get it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for the Steelers, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.